Greetings, salutations, and good morning, sports fans. It is The Drive. It is a feel-good Friday, and we are going to get after it today. Devin, Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin, let's go. Let's go. We had a pretty good night in sports last night, huh?
Yeah.
Decent.
It was decent.
Decent football game. Mm-hmm. Not outstanding, not horrible, just decent, right?
That's right.
Patriots win by...
Travion, baby.
Travion Henderson had a little coming out party the last two games, didn't he?
He has.
Yeah.
I like what he's doing out there.
Yeah, I don't want to talk football with you today.
Why not?
Because I threw you a three-player trade last night.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there was a new trade on the table last night.
Yeah, there was talks. He never proposed it, I don't think, because I threw cold water on him.
Yeah, why would I waste the time to go propose it if he's like, I'll think about it? It's like, I'm not going to propose it if we don't have a deal.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't agree to a deal.
When I say I'll think about it, that normally means
That's
no.
a no. That's like a nice way of him saying no.
Nice way of me saying no.
Yeah.
So I don't want the confrontation, so.
Yeah. Whatever, mad at
Tara
Paul.
knows me pretty well.
It was a 3-for-1. 3-for-1. Bo Nix.
But doesn't that tell you something when someone wants one of your players so bad they're willing to give up 3?
Because
don't you think you're getting fleeced?
No, you would score more points per week than I would.
But you get the best player in all of fantasy football.
No, what it does is, it's true.
Yeah, but he's going to get injured or something here pretty soon, so you might be
100%
saving yourself.
100%. You got 3 guys. Not all 3 guys are going to get injured. Those 3 guys collectively are going to score more than him.
Yeah,
it's not a bad deal. But I want Jonathan Taylor paired with Saquon Barkley.
But you're dead in the water in that league. What are you in 11th?
That's why I want to make a move.
You're in 10th.
But I'm on a 3-game heater.
Oh my gosh!
And I just beat
you moved up 2 spots. Congratulations! You're really catching the pack.
I'm out of the basement, baby, and I'm climbing.
Hey, I'm only 1 game behind you, by the way.
Exactly.
I know.
There's 4 weeks left.
I got Warnick this week, though. And Brett, if you're listening, woo, it's a tough year to be Brett in fantasy. He's normally a good fantasy player. But
stop throwing shade.
2-8.
Yeah, everybody has a bad year.
That's right.
Everybody has a bad year. Come on now.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Brett.
Why you insult my trade? You're talking trash to the cellar
You brought up the
dwellers.
stupid trade. I
Yeah.
didn't want to broach that today because it was a big talking point last night,
It was.
Asking the waiters, asking, the people
They
at the
thought it was a
bar.
fair trade.
Yeah.
They thought it was a fair trade.
Some of them did.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We're off and running. We're off to a great start. We had football yesterday.
Yeah.
Not just in the NFL. The 5A football went down. Orem, hot start there, and cruises to an easy 5A semifinal win over West. Springville held Brighton down to advance on the other side of the semifinal. So it is Brighton and Orem for the 5A championship on the 20th next week.
Nice.
That'll be a 6 days away. They're going to do those games next Thursday, the 20th. And tonight is the night. Coach Wayne Olofipo, hopefully, he's going to be joining us. They're getting on the bus, heading up north, and we'll hopefully get in touch with Coach during the show today. We'll get a preview of that 6 o'clock kickoff game. Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, 2 wins away from the rarity in sports, the three-peat.
Yep.
The three-peat. Have you ever three-peated in anything, Tara? Like spelling champ or
No.
Math
whatever,
queen. Math queen of the class or anything.
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay.
Paul, you ever three-peat in anything? I don't think I have. I mean,
Trying to think.
Maybe like back in the day, like I won 3 ping pong games in a row.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
well,
a
yeah,
good
if we're going to
stretch.
go that
You know.
low, like,
Yeah, I mean, come on. I'm digging here.
That's right.
pool games, pickleball.
Won Uno
I don't know.
3 times.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I've ever done that.
He's three-peated in Monopoly.
That's right. The game of life.
Yeah,
Come
you're
on, Risk. You know?
Yeah.
Come on.
I didn't know we were going that
You
low.
never three
Got Boardwalk and Park Place
Come
in 3
on. I
straight
was at
Monopoly
your house
games.
on Thanksgiving in like 2 years ago. You were on a heater on Apples to Apples.
Oh,
You
nice.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really matters a lot.
Right?
I'm
the
saying
grand scheme of life.
smaller scale
Yeah.
than a 3-time state champ, but I think you've three-peated in something in your life.
I'm just pumped for the opportunity. I'm excited we get to go along for the ride. We're going to be broadcasting the game. I'm going to be heading up the freeway after the show today, actually. Going to get up there and watch a little bit of the 6A afternoon game and
Nice.
then buckle in for that game tonight. We'll be on the air right around 5:30, 5:40 with the pregame show, radio-only broadcast. So if you're looking for the stream, we won't have it. But if you're out and about on your Friday night, we've got it for you. It's our Boulevard Home coverage of high school football and Crimson and Green Canyon. And Green Canyon is definitely the Cinderella story of this 4A state football tournament.
Yeah.
They have shocked Snow Canyon.
They've come back. And
They shocked Skyline. Mm-hmm. Skyline got a stop on a 2-point conversion to win it.
Yeah.
2 road wins in a row.
Yeah. I saw this team against Snow Canyon. They were impressive.
They were.
They
Yeah.
were. Yeah. So I think this will be a test. But this might be a situation where the slipper or the carriage turns into a pumpkin for Cinderella. I think Crimson's just a little, different breed of a team than they've seen in the first couple rounds. So I don't know. If I were no Friday night spotlight this week, so I'm not making any predictions. But if I were to predict this game, I'm not on this game, so I figure I'll make a prediction. I think they win by 14 plus.
Yeah.
In this
Crimson?
game. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think they win by 2 or more touchdowns in this football game.
Which would set up a Ridgeline Crimson State Championship, if you're correct, Paulie, because, took a quarter there getting off to a shaky start, but the number 1 seed Ridgeline Riverhawks eventually dominated Provo 48-22, the final score. Kind of took a while, pulled away. 22 points, one of the high, I think it's the highest amount they've given up all year. But they didn't get off to a great start. Maybe some nerves, maybe a little pressure, playing a little bit better opponent, big stage there at Rice Eccles, but ultimately Ridgeline got the job done. And Graham Livingston, 2 touchdowns last night, 109 receiving yards. Crew Jones scored. Owen Leishman scored. Ridgeline moving the ball pretty easily, getting it into Provo's side of the field and taking care of business, especially from the second quarter on. Provo tried to kind of pound the rock, and rough night for Gehrig Orchard.
Yeah, he was good against Hurricane.
He was good against Hurricane, but 16 of 31, 3 interceptions. Did have 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions against the number 1 overall seed Ridgeline Riverhawks.
Hurts, yeah. You're not going to win if you're losing the turnover battle in a playoff game. So that's Provo's first semifinal appearance since 1999. It was good to be there, but it's over for them. And they have a great season, though. And it was a great team watching them against Hurricane. It just overmatched against Ridgeline.
So Crimson, I'm sure, was paying very close attention to that game last night. And, probably, I don't know how close, but close enough to know that would be the opponent should they win. Not enough to, look too far ahead. Coaches can do a little bit of that on the side. Players, you got to stay focused on the matter at hand, and that's beating Green Canyon, right?
Right.
You don't want to overlook anybody. Again, in the NFL, briefly mentioned, okay game.
Yeah.
Did you watch the
it was
whole
fine.
thing? Did you stay through the whole thing, Tara?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so it was okay, good enough to watch.
Yeah, it was fine.
Wasn't a blowout.
No.
27-14 Patriots.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, Drake May's great. Patriots are 9-2. Are you guys ready to put the Patriots as a true contender to win the Super Bowl?
Yes.
I mean, if Travion Henderson plays like he did last night, that's
I think I said this 2 weeks ago.
She did.
I think they at least make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, she said she's taking a flyer on them.
I like what Mike Vrabel's doing. I don't know that I'm ready to go that far.
It's just the AFC. I mean,
AFC's so open.
But in her defense, it's weaker than past years. With Lamar being dinged up all year, Allen not playing great, the Chiefs 5-4, like all the big guns in the AFC are not dominant this year. So I would say that the Bills just lost to the Dolphins.
Yeah,
like
the
I think
Bills
there's
and
a lot
Chiefs,
of parity in the AFC.
Suspects are not as dominant during the regular season, but we're only halfway through the season. We got 8 games to play.
I'm saying through the sample we've seen right now, they
know, but
don't look dominant.
I mean,
no team in the AFC.
I guess the Patriots have played now 11 this week. 11, I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready to buy
I'm not
Super
either.
Bowl.
I'm just saying in her defense.
I like Vrabel. I like what I see.
Yeah.
I don't hate this team. I'm just not so sure.
They're 25-1. They're like 30-1, 25-1, depending on where you look.
That's not bad odds.
That's not
No,
bad
it's
odds.
not bad.
So, like, if you're looking at a flyer, a long shot, like for something that might happen, I think the Patriots are one you might take a look at. But like, as far as legitimately thinking they can get there or win it, I don't believe that. But that's just me.
I think they just for sure get there.
Okay, she likes them.
We'll see.
There.
We'll see.
Best record in the NFL. The bye week's still coming. They are 9-2.
Yeah.
And Travion Henderson, 3 touchdowns. Probably his best game as a pro. The young rookie out of Ohio State.
That's right. And the last 2 weeks, they've really started to use him. Ramondre Stevenson's fine, but Henderson gives you something that he doesn't have.
Fresh legs matter in the NFL.
He's got another gear. He's just faster. He's more elusive. He's got better vision in the open field. Like, I just don't see how they were playing other running backs. When you draft this guy in the second round, it's time to play him. You don't draft a second round running back to let him sit.
And then bench him. Yeah.
I mean, drafting a running back in the second round, like there was a ton of backs taken in last year's draft, but not many of them were first and second round picks. So Quinshon Judkins, Marion Hampton, Genty, I think, and that's the list basically. So, it's kind of interesting to see that now Henderson getting a chance and showing that he is a legit, could be a stud. He could be a superstar type running back in the NFL.
8 straight wins for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Jets, 2-game winning streak is snapped. Yeah, they hadn't won, and then they won 2 in a row. And they were streaking. The Jets were streaking.
They were streaking.
Yeah. Man, I'm ready for Sunday slate. Got the last international game, Dolphins Commanders, that early morning game. That's going to be in Madrid.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you got, Lions and Eagles in Philly on Sunday night. You got Seahawks, Rams. You got Bucks and Bills. Like it's a good. There's 4 really juicy games right there.
Yeah.
Monday night game is Cowboys Raiders. We'll be hosting another watch party at Wingnuts. Looking forward to that. So, great lineup this weekend in the National Football League.
That's right.
Not good news for the Jets. Garrett Wilson placed on IR. For at least a month. They did that dealing with a knee issue. It happened in that game against the Browns. It's the same knee he nicked up a little bit back in week 6, which he missed 2 games for. So you go to IR, you're not eligible at this point to return until week 15.
Yeah.
So you got to sit out 4 weeks if you go to IR, but opens up a roster spot. And if you know he's not going to play, that's what you got to do. Give him some time to rest your young superstar. Obviously, there was a lot of smoke around him at the trade deadline.
Yeah,
nothing happened. He's being paid well. Fields. What did you think of Fields last night? Just it is what it is. A spade is a spade.
Yeah, he's kind of shown what he's going to be able to do. I don't think he's going to get much better at the NFL level. This is now his 3rd team. So I think we've seen him start in Chicago. We've seen him start in Pittsburgh. Now we see him start in New York. I don't know that there's much more you can get out of him, as a passer. He's always going to be a great runner in the open field and elusive and out of the pocket and all that. But as a passer, that's the question I ask with a lot of quarterbacks, Lamar included, some of the young guys like Caleb and Drake May. Can they make the tight window throws with less than 2 minutes on the clock? Can they beat you as a passer? And to answer that question about Justin Fields, I would say no. I don't think he can beat you as a passer in high leverage situations.
Other news this morning. Want to get Paulie's take on this. I'm a little salty.
Oh, yeah.
For the first time in Major League Baseball history, both American League and National League have repeat MVPs. Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. Okay, I get it. He pitches and hits and is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But Aaron Judge wins it over Cal Raleigh, and I honestly was shocked.
Cal was robbed.
I was shocked. Really did not see that coming. I thought Cal did enough from the catcher position, switch hitting, the home runs more than Judge. I know Judge has some of the better hitting numbers. I get that.
Averages.
I get that. Way better average.
Yeah.
I understand that. But what Cal meant to his team, I thought you take Cal Raleigh off the Mariners, they don't accomplish what they did last year.
Exactly.
I would agree with that.
And it was 17-13 and 17-13. It was flopped. It was 355 to 335. 20 points. Really close race.
Yeah. Right.
But that doesn't make me feel any better.
Yeah, as we were going off the air yesterday in Mesquite at the Eureka and William Hill Sportsbook, they announced the award, and we were watching it live on the TV there, and they had Judge and Cal on the side-by-side, and they awarded it to Judge, and we didn't have any audio, but we just saw his family getting around him, and I was like, oh, wow, he just won. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I was angry.
I was really kind of shocked just because, the average, the home runs, all the stuff, he's got all the numbers.
Like 331, 53 home runs, 114 RBIs.
Correct. He puts up video game numbers every year, but like
so did Raleigh, though.
The NBA, the NFL, like those years, they don't give out repeat MVPs most of the time. Even
East
though
Coast biased, Lamar had
the better season last year, and Josh Allen still won the award. And like I feel like it's sometimes narrative driven with these MVPs. Like we don't want to give so and so another one. Like why don't we give it to somebody else? Like if the seasons are comparable. And I thought Raleigh had the better year and was more impactful to his team.
Me and
Caden said if you take Judge and put him on the Mariners, are they a better team than what they are with Raleigh? And if you put Raleigh on the Yankees, are the Yankees a better team with Raleigh?
Yeah.
And that was kind of the argument I posed to Caden. And he was like, well, I think Raleigh is better on the Yankees. I think he's more effective as a defensive backstop, a switch hitter, 60 home runs. Like,
exactly.
It just didn't really make any sense. I mean, Judge to win his third one, and this was not even his best season that he's ever had. So, like, it was kind of
Raleigh had 1,072 innings caught without a pass ball behind the plate. That's incredible. And then 60 home runs, breaking records, and his average, 125 RBIs, and he doesn't get the MVP.
I'm sick about it.
Yeah,
I'm sick about it.
I'm ticked. Yeah.
Now, 4 Mariners did get honored during the MLB awards. Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez, first team MLB. Brian Wu and Munoz, our closer, Senior Smoke. Made the second team.
Senior Smoke.
Yes.
Love him.
Seattle joined the Phillies as the only teams with 4 players honored.
Nice.
But he finished second in the MVP. That's what people are going to remember. And it's just, he got 13 out of a possible 30 first place votes. Judge got 17. Cal got 17 second place votes. Judge got 13. It was close.
Yeah. It was close.
255 to 235. Why is there only 30 votes? Why is there only 30 votes? That's a damn small sample size.
That is.
It is.
But I would argue, and this is the unfortunate part about it for Cal, is that will he ever have a season like this again and be in the MVP
I hope
running?
so.
I hope so too.
But I feel like it's lightning in a bottle a little bit this year with the way the team played, he played. Like I hope he's in it every year, the mix to win it. But Judge is a guy that is in the mix every year.
And Shohei as well. They're both repeat winners.
That's right. So, and I hope Cal joins that group and maybe bumps up his average. I think if he had a higher average, he would have won. If he was like 280 or...
I think all the voters were in New York City.
I think so, yeah.
All right.
We had one vote come out of Seattle.
In. The frozen envelope's in.
29 were in New York City. There was one from somewhere else in the U.S. Yeah.
Unbelievable. The
ECB,
arrests
East Coast bias.
There you go. 14 more have been charged in the mafia-backed betting ring involving all the athletes. Have you seen this? Yeah. 14 people charged for their roles in multi-million-dollar illegal sports betting ring that involved college athletes, had links to organized crime. This going down in New Jersey, and according to the authorities, Joseph Little Joe Perna, member of the...
Sounds like a character on The Sopranos.
Yeah, the Lucchese crime family.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like it's on The Sopranos.
Little Joe ran this nationwide network of bookmakers who used offshore websites to facilitate approximately $2 million in bets from 2022 to 2024.
Yeah.
They in trouble. He's 55 years old, is charged along with his sons, his stepson, his nephews, and others. They're charged with racketeering, conspiracy, gambling offenses, money laundering, New Jersey Attorney General's office said. So they're throwing the book at the little Joe and his family.
Oh, poor little Joe.
Sorry for little Joe. But he's in some bad things. Yeah.
He's been a bad boy.
He has. He needs to be reprimanded.
Yeah, they got to have an appearance today, I believe, in court. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. Just more of the dominoes falling. We've seen this storyline, and I don't know that we're done seeing the storyline, guys. I think
there's going to be more. I bet.
Yeah, there's more to uncover there for sure. Okay, let's take a break. Lots to do today. Coach Wayne Olofopo is going to join us in a little bit. We've got lots on that Crimson game. We got a big sports weekend coming up. Lots of games to get to. Big college weekend as well. Big game for the BYU basketball team. Yeah. Utah Tech's out in Hawaii playing their basketball games. Final road trip for the Trailblazers football team. They're going to West Georgia. SUU's got their senior day, their final home game this weekend. So lots to get to. We're busy on a Feel Good Friday inside the Finley Hyundai Studios. Quick break and we're right back talking sports.
So long.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's a Friday on the drive. Thanks for locking us in, loading us up. However, you might be accessing us on the radio airwaves, 99.5 or 95.3 in St. George, or 93.1 in Cedar City, 1400 in Parowan, or, of course, our mobile app. Listen live. Link on our website, thefansportsnetwork.com. Or, of course, streaming the show. If you want to see how bright-eyed and bushy-tailed Paulie is this morning,
I am.
you can go to the Fan Sports Network YouTube page, go to live videos, and you will find us rocking the airwaves. We do have Coach Wayne Olofipo joining us about 8 a.m. They're getting on the bus right now, about to load. And once they get on the bus, headed out of town to go for that 6 p.m. kickoff tonight in the semifinals against Green Canyon, we will have Coach join us. We'll get the feel on how practice went and how the Mustangs are feeling. See how much he has to say about advantage Crimson or disadvantage Crimson, that they know it's Ridgeline waiting for them. You know, that's an interesting. You have to know, right? You can't not check in on that score and watch that game. You're not breaking down maybe the film and starting to scout ahead. You got a bigger fish to fry today in Green Canyon, but you're certainly aware of that. I wonder how much they dug into that game. That's just curiosity on my part. So that'll be fun to talk with Coach Wayne Olofipo coming up here in 30 minutes from right now. There was one more signing yesterday, Kylie Carpenter.
Yeah.
And Tara, you caught up with her.
I did.
Tara's mic was on the fritz yesterday, so a little bit low audio on the questions, but some great answers. So I want to play that clip for you. This was over at Pineview High School. This was at Pineview High School yesterday. And again, I mentioned this yesterday that she was signing. And kind of wraps up the week, busy week. You had signings at Hurricane, Crimson, Riley Green at Desert Hills. You had a couple of baseball players at Snow Canyon. There was quite a few. And this was the only one, I think, over at Pineview.
It was, yeah.
Kind of a big deal.
A lot of people showed up. It was great.
Yeah. And she was a Mountain Mike's.
Yes,
Mountain Mover
for
Award
soccer.
mover. Yeah.
Yeah.
And softball is her main sport.
Yes.
Not soccer.
Yeah.
Good soccer player. Great softball player.
Exactly.
Here's
She's
Kylie.
tough.
Here's Tara with Kylie Carpenter.
All right, Kylie, let me ask you a few questions. So, having played multiple sports, including soccer and softball since you were 5 years old, how does it feel to finally sign these papers to Utah Tech and go on to college career playing softball?
I'm really excited. I feel like I've kind of worked my whole life towards it. Even though I haven't always known I wanted to play, but kind of always had in the back of my mind that I wanted to go. But yeah. I'm really excited and looking forward to the next steps.
When did you finally decide that you wanted to play college softball?
Well, I've kind of always been like, oh, that would be so fun to play. And then I want to say freshman year, I was like, okay, this is actually something I really want to do. And so I kind of focused in more on it. And then a couple years I was like, okay, maybe I don't want to do it. But then I decided a year ago that I was like, no, this is for sure something I want to do.
So what do you think you're going to bring to Utah Tech? Do you have any personal goals, like maybe 60 home runs this year? Or call you Big Jumper? What's the goal here?
Honestly, I just want to go and...
Maybe are you going to start catcher or what?
Honestly, I just want to go and play my best. I know it's going to be hard and it's going to be a fight, but I just want to go and play my best and leave at the end of the season feeling like I played my hardest and left everything out there.
Love that. All right. Well, so excited for you, Kylie. Love watching you play and can't wait to watch you play for Utah Tech. You're going to be amazing.
Yes.
Good answer there. You were prying. You were trying to get her to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to tear up the conference and hit 60 bombs.
She was teeing her up.
Did you call her the Big Jumper?
Big Dumper. I don't know. For some reason, the closed caption said jumper, but because she's a catcher and she's a tough cookie. She can hit bombs, too.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
She's played through broken fingers. I remember one time she was playing. She got hit catching and it broke her finger, and she still played the rest of the tournament.
Wow.
She could barely hold the bat. And it was actually her middle finger. So she'd get up to hold the bat, and it looked like she was just flipping everybody off. She was
oh my goodness.
It was pretty epic. She's a tough cookie.
Fighter, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Utah
like that.
Tech got a good one there.
There was a lot of players signing. I was watching the Utah Tech thread. I was watching some of the SUU thread. I'm not going to go through the entire list. You can go to their social media pages and you see who everybody signed, but it's exciting, right? This is exciting for these kids to sign. I saw Sutterfield got Tice Bowman for the men's golf team.
Yeah.
Don't know a ton about him, but I know they're on the move and they're doing some good things and they got a good team. I saw the Utah Tech women's soccer team sign a bunch of players, so that was cool to see. Even Chris Fate now on the baseball team signed a number of guys. So like the lot of people across the country. I shouldn't say a lot because it's probably less than 6%, but a good number of high school students signing on the line to go play next level college sports. It was an exciting time for them, their family. You got kind of the end of the world as you know it, right? When you come out of high school and then you're off to college, it's moving towns in a lot of cases, and it's kind of where you grow up and learn a lot and grow a lot and have a great college experience. So it's a pretty exciting time for a lot of these high school kids.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And it's tough right now. I can't sugarcoat it. It's tough. It's tough to find a place to play as a freshman going out of high school. A lot of kids that I think in the past, before 2021, would have been D1s are now going JUCO route.
Yeah.
NAIA, even a Division II school or whatever the case might be, just because of the shrink down on the number of scholarships and the influx of, NIL money and they're taking players from other schools and getting rated. I mean, everybody's still got to have a freshman class, but they can go in the portal and take a lot of guys that are already a little bit bigger, faster, and stronger.
Fill holes and
more
have
experienced,
more immediate production than having to develop a freshman.
Yeah. But that's what's impressive to me too, is because we had a lot of just our local kids sign with D1 schools. We need to kind of get that number, but we had, even from like the fall sports, because we're just signing for spring sports. But
Correct.
we had a lot of D1 signs.
Yeah, no question about it. There was one thing I saw that was kind of cool, and I'm not going to get lost in the weeds on this, but real quickly, Mia Cesaric plays for the Utah Tech women's golf team.
Yes.
The men's golf team signed her little brother. They're from from Arizona.
Wow.
So the women's golf team and the men's golf team, have siblings from Arizona that'll be playing for its respective team. I thought that was kind of cool. You don't see that happen a lot, right? Where you're I mean, I'm sure it happens, but not a lot.
Yeah. Not often.
Pretty cool, I thought, when I saw they signed Chase. And I got a good friend of mine that lives down in Arizona that knows a lot about this family, a really good golfer from everything I understand. So I think Sutterfield's getting a good one there in Cesaric. So good stuff. All right, cruising right along here on a Friday morning. Not good news last night for a BYU basketball player. Paul, did you see this? Kennard Davis Jr., starter for top 10 BYU basketball team this season, crashed his car, got arrested on suspicion of a DUI last night. And according to the report from local police, he was booked, and he's 6'6". He's a transfer, I think, from Southern Illinois. Ooh. And they transported him to the police station, got charged with DUI, treated for some minor injuries. The vehicle was impounded. The other party involved in the crash, no injuries.
Okay.
Nobody had to be transported. So that's, I guess, some good news.
Silver lining.
Yeah. But, while any athlete charged with a DUI can be a severe consequence at BYU with the honor code.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that really complicates his future.
Yeah, it could be obviously a different situation, but I remember when I was in high school with the Brandon Davies thing, right as they were about to enter the NCAA tournament, all that news broke and he was out. They suspended him indefinitely. He wasn't able to play in the tournament. So I'd assume that was an honor code violation at that time. And I think this is going to be another honor code
Big one,
violation.
Yeah. And how far do they take it? What do they do?
I'd say a suspension would be my guess.
Yeah, because every student has to, abstain from alcohol use on and off. They got the word of wisdom, right? So you're not drinking. You're signed up for that honor code when you enroll at BYU.
That's right. It comes with the territory.
And the penalty can be it can be termination,
expulsion from school too.
You can be kicked out of
school.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And so, his season could be done if they decide to do that.
That's right. It's definitely in jeopardy at this point when he got in the crash and decided to drive or drink and drive. So, I think that it's a very real possibility that we don't see the former Saluki. What you said, Southern Illinois, right? Transfer.
Southern Illinois.
Saluki, yeah. Wow. Comes a long way to Provo, and his season could be done.
Really, the statement from BYU that came out this morning, hey, we're aware of the allegations. We're looking into the situation.
Yeah, same thing they said with Retzlaff.
They asked,
due diligence.
They asked if he traveled with the team to Boston, and BYU declined to comment on that. So
I would assume no.
My guess would be, well, I don't know. I mean, he still could have traveled with the team.
When did this happen?
But I would guess he wouldn't have. They would have left him home.
Yeah. I think if had this happened, he's not boarding the team flight. That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
But that just knowing BYU and the honor code and all the things that come with it.
It's not just an honor code violation. Like, it was a crime.
Yeah, it's a
crime.
He
was drinking and driving.
That's right. It just comes with heightened
caused a
stakes
wreck
at BYU.
Yeah, it does.
He didn't play on Tuesday night in that last game. And Coach Young was talking about him after the game in the press conference, and he was telling, it's amazing when you have one of your key guys that can't go, how that affects everybody on the court. He said he's a huge part of our team because of his toughness, his size, and his defensive versatility. So this is a big loss.
Yeah.
If he's
Sad.
out, for a long period of time or permanently.
Season.
Permanently, yeah, we don't know. So BYU honor code, they don't usually now.
And
Would BYU fans be fine if they suspended him for 5 games or something like that? Send him a message. I mean, is that good, or do you not like? Is that not enough because of the honor code?
But would a normal student,
Right.
if a normal student did this, they'd be gone. And I think they need to be held to the same standard.
I think
it applies to
they've
everybody.
loosened a little bit since the Brandon Davies days.
I know. I think it has.
I don't think it's quite. They want to help these kids. They don't want to just kick them out. They want
Right. They're kids,
Yeah,
too.
they're going to make mistakes, right? I don't care what religion you are. You're going to make mistakes. So
Exactly.
I don't think kicking the kid out does him any good.
No.
Personally.
It doesn't do them any good. I'm just saying that a normal student, if they did this, they would be gone. I'm just saying, a normal student, if they get in a DUI accident, their academic career at BYU is over, most likely. I would say.
I hope not.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with this one.
Yeah.
We don't have all the facts yet.
Yeah,
so
we got to wait. We'll wait and see. But I'm sure the news will come quick because a lot of people are going to be wondering about his availability for the basketball games. So they're probably going to have to make a quick decision, quick turnaround with this. So.
Yeah, I don't know what the number is on, honor code violations on campus.
Oh, yeah, I don't know either.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot. Big campus, big student body. I mean,
thousands. Yeah.
There's going to be people that break the rules.
Yeah.
Everywhere, at every campus. But BYU has the honor code, which brings another level to it. As far as the code of conduct.
Yeah, and you don't like to make exceptions just because they're a student athlete.
That's what I mean.
That's what you're going after.
I think BYU wants to establish that everyone's the same. You're not heightened status because you're an athletics player.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll see. So not good news for BYU with UConn tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nationally televised on Fox. But AJ DeBonza will be playing.
He will.
Yeah.
Richie will be out there.
Richie Saunders will be ready to go.
That's right.
They are underdogs in that game, if I'm not mistaken. Paulie,
what?
There's a line UConn by 4. Have you seen a line on this game?
I have not seen it, but it's in Boston. I figure,
which is kind of a homecoming of sorts for AJ. But I'm wondering what that line is. I haven't seen the line yet. When I looked yesterday, it wasn't out yet. So we'll check on that.
Yeah, it's Saturday game. Nothing out yet for you.
Yeah, I'm guessing we'll get that probably tomorrow.
Saturday morning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3-0 and 3-0.
But I'm guessing UConn by 4.
I would assume, being that it's in Boston, that's very, very close to stores. So I think there'll be a big contingent of Husky fans. And BYU travels well because of the LDS faith. They have fans everywhere.
Sure.
So I think that this will be a fun game crowd-wise. You'll have kind of a I would say 65-35 to 60-40 split with the fans, with UConn being on the 60 side. So I think it'll be a raucous environment for BYU, a test. Dan Hurley, probably the best coach in the sport at this level. So, yeah, this should be a really fun game. I will be watching. It's 5 o'clock. I'll be done with the Arizona State game, back to Connor's house watching this one.
Should be a good game.
Yeah.
All right, got to take a break. Come back in a minute. Again, lots more to get into when we come back. Some football games to get you ready for this weekend. We'll check in on some of our local teams and some of the big games on the college docket. And then coming up 8 a.m., you're not going to want to miss Coach Wayne Alofapo joining us. We'll get you ready for the Crimson's semifinal game tonight as they're going 2 wins away from a three-peat. They'll play Green Canyon 6 o'clock. We'll have it for you. Radio coverage starting at about 5:30, 5:40 here on the Fan Sports Network. Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Let's go. Feel Good Friday, Football Friday. Not
Yes.
just football, but going to talk some football right now, and really for the next two segments, because I want to get some of the college football matchups, get you a little preview, and then we'll be going on the phone line to Coach Wayne Alofapo, who is heading up the I-15 freeway to Crimson's semifinal game tonight, 6 o'clock, Green Canyon. It's our Boulevard home playoff coverage. We'll have the radio coverage starting right around 5:30, 5:40 with the pregame show from Rice-Eccles Stadium. But Utah Tech heading out on the road, Paulie, to take on another ranked opponent. This is now the 7th ranked opponent that Utah Tech will play this season. Not an easy road trip. First time ever going out to the Peach State.
Yeah, that's right. West Georgia's 7-3 coming in. They've been a good UAC football team. Utah Tech going to be, this is a big challenge, taking the road trip, going against a team this good, this late in the season, a lot of banged up players. It should be interesting. I've kind of been watching a little highlights and tape of the Wolves, and I remember this Widener. He was their quarterback last year, and I was on the game against West Georgia. So this is a returning starter, a dual threat guy, a guy I think Utah Tech's got to be aware of, but it's no secret what this team wants to do. And I asked Coach Moynihan yesterday about they've got 3 running backs with over 400 rushing yards. Like they really do spread it out in the backfield. The lead back is Latrell Murrell. He's got almost 800. They got 2 other guys, including Widener, the quarterback, with over 400. So I think the stopping the run going to be a major factor in this game because that's what West Georgia wants to do.
Yeah, I agree. Tarleton State's 5-1, Abilene Christian's 5-1 atop the UAC conference. Again, last year for Tech and for the T-Birds, for that matter, both teams going to the Big Sky next fall. SUU, they're 4-2 in the conference. West Georgia's sitting there at 4-3. So all their losses have come in conference play.
Yeah.
They're not postseason eligibles. They're still on that, making that transition from Division II and jumping up to Division I to the FCS level. I think they're in year 2 of, the 4-year probationary period that we just went through a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And it takes forever, and it feels like it's hard to recruit, and you can't go to the playoffs, and it's like, why did the NCAA do that? I feel like a 7-3 West Georgia team, if we were talking most years, they're in the top 25. If they win that game, they're getting to 8 wins. If they win their final game, they're probably going to the playoffs. But they're not eligible. So that opens up a door for maybe a third team in the USC to get in, because we know Tarleton State at 9-1 is in. We think because Abilene Christian beat them, and I know they're 6-4, but I think that's enough to get in. The bubble teams are Austin P and SUU.
Yeah.
SUU is 5-5 and 4-2 in the conference. With 2 games remaining, they can finish 7-5. Is it enough to get in? I'm not sure. Austin P is 6-4 right now.
Yeah.
And SUU just beat Austin P a couple weeks ago.
2 of Abilene's losses are against Power 4 teams.
Correct.
Tulsa is a G5 school.
Correct.
And TCU. So their record a little deceiving. They played some big boys in the non-conference schedule.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So you got to figure they're in.
I think they're in.
Yeah, they're in. And
with
Tarleton
a one-loss record in
certainly
UAC, they need to be in.
And I love the FCS football format. I love the bracket play. I like 24 teams make it, and you march through, and off you go.
I like it too. I still remember the season whenever SUU and Weber were both in the FCS playoffs. They played each other, and you had a pending trip out to Virginia, the Shenandoah Mountains, to go to JMU if SUU were to win. And that,
didn't happen.
I love those FCS, the bracket play. You're right. It's pretty cool how you can see the matchups. You can walk your team through the bracket like the NCAA tournament in basketball. So it is cool. And I wish the FBS would employ somewhat of a bracket system. But, we got the 12 teams, so I can't be too disappointed.
Yeah, I'm with you. You think what's it going to take for the Trailblazers to upset West Georgia? I mean, it's a big spot. Another ranked opponent. They are 0-6 this season. They've lost every game against a ranked opponent. How good would it feel to go on the road, get the 3rd win, and kind of play spoiler? I don't think it's going to be easy, but I don't think that they're outclassing us so much that it's not doable. Mm-hmm. I mean, Utah Tech has been in a lot of games. Even last week, losing 31 giving up the 31 points. You take away the 2 pick sixes, the defense only gave up 17 points. And that's a winnable road game when you only give up 17 points. You add in the pick sixes, and that's the dagger.
It makes it hard to come back from that. But, yeah, it wasn't Bronson's best game, but the defense played a fine game last week against a ranked opponent. Like you say, Abilene's got a good offense. So I was impressed by the defense. And Coach Moynihan, we talked to him yesterday for the pregame, and he was optimistic about last week's performance too. So I think, they're trending up defensively. Offensively, it's kind of been the bugaboo all season. The big plays, the long explosives, like they haven't had many of those. So realistically, it's sustained drives and going on 8, 10, 12 play drives. But I think they just need some big plays. Like they need some lightning rod like plays that are going to make differences in games. Like the game they won that I did a few weeks ago with Cody Wilstead. They had a Daniel Thomason like 48 or 60-yard touchdown. They had a Bretton Stone 35-yard touchdown. Like they had some big plays. So like that's the thing is like that's what they need to win this game this week.
If you look at the T-Birds, this is a big spot, senior day. It's a home game for the T-Birds. We'll see. I mean, you look at like the locks and you look at the contenders and then teams that need some help or have some work to do. And we know Montana State are getting out of the Big Sky, right? And Montana avoided a huge upset against Eastern Washington. Montana State dominated Weaver State, and Mickey Mental got fired.
Yeah.
Work to do, I would say Northern Arizona, maybe even UC Davis, Sac State, all have a case if they can finish strong. They could still get in. Obviously, the Big Sky and the Missouri Valley Conference have been the dominant FCS conferences for a long time. There's 11 automatic bids that go out. 11. And the Ivy League, Harvard should be in this year. The Ivy League should be in, and we'll see if Dartmouth or Yale can get in. North Dakota State's gonna get in from the Missouri Valley Conference, no question. They racked up another ranked win over North Dakota. Bison with 6 ranked wins this year. They're 10-0 overall. They are the team to beat in the FCS. But then you got Youngstown State, North Dakota, South Dakota State, some of these other teams that still got some work to do to get into the field of 24. South Dakota State a little bit down this year. They're 7-4 overall with 1 game left. And then you go to I can go through all the conferences and whatnot, the Patriot League and the Pioneer League and the SoCon League and the Southland, and you got all these different conferences. And then you got the UAC, and probably the only lock is Tarleton State, although I do think Abilene Christian, with the win over Tarleton, has a really, really strong case. I mean, as long as they don't lose their last couple games, they should be in. If they win them, they will get in.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a 3-bid conference, because if I'm right and Abilene Christian gets in, then does Austin P or Southern Utah get in? Southern Utah has 1 less win and 1 more loss than Austin P, but they beat them head to head. So how will the committee view that? I mean, it's gonna be interesting, Paulie. Down the stretch we go. I mean, SUU's got that win streak. They've won 4 in a row, and they've got obviously the 2 worst teams in the USC to finish. The schedule was really top heavy and tough games early. They should go 7-5.
Should.
But they're going to need a ton of help. But they would have a better resume than people think with Austin P and Abilene Christian. They beat Abilene Christian. That's right. The one loss that Abilene Christian has, and they just beat Tarleton State. So the Govs are in a tough spot too, Austin P. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a 3-bid conference or not. We will have to let the committee sort that out. I think... I mean, if you ask Delane Fitzgerald if they went out, should they be in, he will 100% unequivocally tell you yes.
Right. Yeah.
Any coach
wants a shot.
Yeah. That San Diego State game.
Or San Diego.
Or San Diego, not San Diego State. The Toreros.
Was
that week 2 on the road, overtime loss resonates with me. That's the dagger. That's the one you needed.
Yeah, that was a 30-27 loss.
Yeah, the NAU game. Was it 50? They walk it off on a 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
At home, either of those games you win, and SUU, if you win both those games, you're locked to get in at this point.
Yeah, the San Diego one,
and you're 7-3 instead of 5-5 right now.
That's right,
with 2 easy games to go.
Because as far as the Toreros go, when you look at how good they ended up being this season, they were 4-2 in their conference, but I mean that wasn't a game that SGU should have lost. They should have won that one.
Yeah,
but you know.
We'll get in deeper to the BYU and the Utah game second hour, but Paul, any quick thoughts on those matchups? Utes 8-point favorites at Baylor.
Yeah.
BYU 4.5 point favorites at home against TCU tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Baylor presents a little bit of a different challenge. Dave Aranda, the coach there, just a few years ago, Baylor was winning the Big 12. Like they were one of the better teams, and now they've kind of fallen. Sawyer Robertson, really good quarterback for Baylor, but not much around him. So I'm not worried about Utah and Baylor. I think Utah handles them. I don't know about the 8.5, 9, whatever it is now, but I still think Utah wins. And BYU has a tough game. Hoover's a good quarterback for TCU. He is a very good quarterback. So they'll have to be prepared defensively, and Bear's got to have something. He didn't really drive the ball downfield at all last week against Tech. So I think he's going to have more than just running. And he can run. I know that. He's a good runner. But he's got to have some more tight window, tough throws. I want to see more from Bachmeier.
Good stuff. Going to be a great sports weekend. Hey, want to remind everybody, we had Casey Winters on the show earlier this week, but if you missed that, they're doing a fight night fundraiser at Nets on Fire tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. They're going to have, Paulie, 16 amateur boxing fights starting at 6 o'clock. And we got a couple more pair of tickets to give away. So if you want to go watch some up-and-coming boxing here in St. George at Nets on Fire and save a couple dollars, hit us up, keyword boxing on the text line. Text us keyword boxing to this number, 435-990-9950. That's 435-990-9950. And we will text the winners, and we'll put you on the will call list, and your tickets will be waiting for you when you get to Nets on Fire on a Saturday night. 16 amateur fights. That's going to be cool. I'm going to try to swing over there tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. All right, got to take a break. Wayne Alofapo, Crimson Cliffs football coach, joining us when we come back after a timeout. And then a lot of turkey shoots to get to. Stick around. Hey, welcome back. It's The Drive. Red Kingdom taking their talents up the I-15 freeway as we speak, heading up to Rice-Eccles Stadium, a familiar venue for the Mustangs, and they're chasing a third straight state championship. Now joining us on the bus, heading up the freeway, head coach of the Mustangs, Coach Wayne Alofootball. Wayne, good morning. How we doing, buddy?
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having us. Doing well.
Yeah, I always love to know how much sleep you got last night. Did you sleep? You get a little snoozy time in, or were you prepping late night style?
Yeah, I did. I got up about 5 a.m. this morning and got the day going, but I got about 5 hours in, so it was good.
Yeah, 5 hours. You're high functioning. I would be a robot all day if I only got 5 hours. Hey, how's the week of practice been, and what's the excitement level? Take us inside the program this week, getting ready for this trip up for business at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
You know what? It's been a really good week. Fortunately, we've been able to manage this week a couple times, and so we've got a good routine in place that allows us to, just keep things business as usual. And the boys practiced well, and we're locked in, and coaches did a great job. And so, we feel good about the weeks of practice.
Got to ask about Van Daly. I know you shut him down last week. Maybe a little precautionary there, keeping him healthy for the stretch run. Is he good to go tonight?
Yeah, he could be. I mean, he's suiting up, and we're going to try to be really smart about how we approach it. And, obviously he's a senior, and so, he's chomping at the bit and aching to make us throw him back in there. And, he practiced Wednesday and looked pretty good. And, it's just, it's one of those things. Hamstrings are just one of those things that just, they're just lingering. And so, fortunately, this kid's just tough as can be. He's one of our weight room warriors. And, but he just, he doesn't care, man. He said, Coach, I don't care, man. I'll do whatever. I'll limp off there, whatever it may be. But he's doing good, though. He had a really good practice. He looked good. And so we're just trying to make sure we have a good plan in place to make sure we manage him as best we can.
Love it. And Kate Shaw stepped up, and you got some other weapons there. But certainly the moving Van Daly is an integral part of this team, and you'd love to have him at 100%. I got to ask you this: how much did you watch, and how much did you pay attention to Ridgeline Provo last night?
Yeah, as a team, we watched the first half of our team dinner last night, and our activity is we watched the first half of that game together. And then we had our little team thing after that, and they went home and watched the last part of the game. And so, but yeah, we watched a good first half of it and felt like, man, Provo, they competed for a good quarter there, and they actually missed out on some huge. I mean, they spent 3 picks in the first quarter. They had a couple go to their hands, and Ridgeline had a couple picks that went back to Ridgeline, and then all of a sudden, they get a couple of big sacks, and you could just see Provo, shockingly, like, they just got down really quick, and those picks went the other way, and then it was tough. They put themselves in a tough situation, but they actually came out. I think it was a combination of Ridgeline jitters and Provo trying to prove something, but at the end of the day, I think the team that's just always been conditioned to be, really good is there, and so Ridgeline's just a great program.
Coach, on the Wolves, Green Canyon, a lower-seeded team in this year's 4A state tournament, of course, but does the Cinderella story, a team playing hot, obviously that's got to bring a lot of caution to the team. I mean, they've upset a few teams along this run. Does the Cinderella story impact you guys at all, or is it just another game?
No, that story doesn't impact us. We know when we saw Green Canyon come out with the rankings, we already knew it was a fluke ranking. If you look at their scores and their games, I think I've watched 5 or 6 of their games now, and you see their games. They're competing in every single game, and they lost a lot of close ones. And so that's a really good football team. They just their ranking was I think misleading in my opinion. I think they got kind of. If you go look at all their box scores and you look at all their final scores, they lost most of their games by, touchdown or less. Got, blown out was Ridgeline, but even that game was competitive for a good while. And if you look at the box score, and so, Green Canyon's a good program, good football team. They just do things the right way, and Coach JT up there has gotten those boys believing, and they're always a dangerous program, and we've ran into them, I think, 4 straight years now in the playoffs at some point, whether it's state championship, quarters, or second round. So, we're pretty familiar with what they do.
Yesterday, Coach, we had Ty Hyatt on the show, and Coach Hyatt gave you some high praise and said that you've been very helpful for him. You guys have been texting back and forth as Cedar gets ready to play their state championship game. They're not in our region anymore. So, but it made me think, like, you're kind of the elder statesman in the region now. You're kind of the guy that everybody's turning to for wisdom and advice, and how and what they want to pick your brain on how you're doing it because you've had so much success. What are your thoughts on that? As I say it out loud.
Well, first of all, you just called me old, Devin.
There you go.
But,
I'm right there with you. We're almost the same age, so I'm calling myself old too then.
No, you know what? It's Coach Ty Hyatt's a great dude, and I think anytime any coach is willing to reach out, and conversate, and talk, I'm actually, man. Listen, I'm a product of a lot of other coaches, and so it'd be really selfish of me and wrong of me, quite frankly, if I wasn't extending any of those opportunities to other coaches to share knowledge and support, And I think the world of Coach Hyatt. I think he's an incredible human being, and he's done a great job at Cedar. So yeah, it was, he reached out to me and asked for some thoughts and things, and gave him some stuff back, and that's just the coaching fraternity, man. When I think some coaches sometimes have some ego about them, and when you have coaches that don't have ego like that are willing to reach out, even though he's sitting there in the state championship game, and known your record, and I've seen you when you were you won state championships. You know what you're doing. So again, that speaks to who he is as a human. Always wanted to evolve, always wanted to get better, never staying content, and that's incredible. That coaching now. That tells you why Cedar is such a good program, is that dude has no ego, man. He just wants to win, and he has no ego about it. And so it was fun to chat it up with him, and I'll look to do the same with him. I mean, Coach Cowan's the same. I mean, we've got a really good relationship over there with Coach Cowan and what he's doing, and I think he's an incredible coach too. So it's that coaching fraternity is real, and it's one of those things, just like any relationship in life. It's a matter of what you put into it.
I'm sitting here thinking as you're talking, and great words there, Coach Wayne Alofapo, our guest here, Crimson on the bus, heading up north to get ready for the game tonight, 6 o'clock. We'll have it for you. I'm thinking if you guys win it and Cedar wins it, can we get an exhibition game, Reds and Mustangs, just for old time's sake, just the 3A and the 4A champs going at it, old Region 9 foes? That'd be kind of fun. I don't know if we can make that happen or not.
Yeah, I don't think that will ever happen, but
I know.
It's always fun to wish.
I know. Hey, by the way, since we're talking coaching, Coach Taps is no longer at Desert Hills. They're opening that up. Snow Canyon Coach Esplin resigns. They moved quickly, and Zach Totaoli is the new coach over there. What are your thoughts on some of the changes that are coming here in Region 9 football from the coaching fraternity?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, coaching is a very thankless job, man. The amount of time and sacrifice and effort that coaches put into it, people just don't understand it. I mean, I thought I understood it because that's why I never wanted to be a head coach for, 12 years. I kept saying no. I don't want nothing to do with it because I watched Coach Monkers, I watched Andy Stokes, I watched Jaron Tate. I've been around coaches. I see what it can do to them and their families, and the amount of time and effort. And I thought I knew, and then I got into this seat, and it was 10 times more than I thought. Even though I had a front row seat to it, especially if you want to do it right, with the level of energy and effort and intentionality and vision and mission and all that stuff. Like, if you want to do it right, man, and you want this to be something lasting, there's a lot, man, and your family goes into it. You better make sure you have an incredible wife, and I've been fortunate to have one that she holds down the fort. She carries the torch at home, and she's actually she coaches me just as much as I'm coaching the young men, and reminding me of things and what I need to do better at, and and so it's a full family investment, more than people understand. And so to see coaches like Coach Taps and Coach Esplin leave the game, it's sad at the same time. Like, happy for them though, if it's the right decision for their families and everything else. But at the same time, I know what goes into it, so the level of appreciation I have for those coaches is immense. But then you got Coach Zach, who I think is a home run hire for Snow Canyon. And so I think Coach Zach's going to do a great job. He's got a really young family, so it's going to be a challenge for him. But I think he's up for it, and I think he's going to be incredible. He's got the energy. for it. He's got the effort that I think that's required, and I'm excited to see what he does out there. It's just, he's got Peyton Wilgar that I was fortunate to coach at Dixie for 4 years, and
That's right.
good people around him. So it's gonna be great.
Yeah, good stuff. Wayne Lofopo heading up north. 6 o'clock kickoff. We'll be on the airwaves with the pregame show built by Bucks Ace Hardware right around 5:30 tonight. Radio coverage on the Fan Sports Network as you're out and about. What's been the message this week specifically, Coach? Any different message than it's been in other matchups? Or is there something Green Canyon does that you guys really have to take advantage of or exploit or be prepared for?
My message has been pretty simple to the young men as we started this playoff march. I've been leveraging the burn the ships from Hernan Cortez and this playoff march with them and helping them understand we got to block out the distractions and have a singular focus here and not listen to the rat poison and the noise out there. That this is just about Crimson and us trying to continue to become who we're supposed to become on an individual level and a team level. And it's the second part of that message is just keep things simple, right? Like, too many times, I learned from my first loss in the state championship a couple years back that I was trying to do too much. I was trying to do too much schematically. I was trying to do too much during the week. I was trying to do too much. And so tried to realize, you know what, you got to keep things simple. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple so that young men don't have to overthink it. Coaches don't have to overthink it. Everything. And so it's just trying to keep things simple, focused, and singular focused.
And, Coach, obviously one of our favorite traditions is the Crimson Captain and a state semifinal appearance. It's got to have been a special one this week if you want to let us know who you had.
Oh, man, this week one was a special one, man. You got Coach Carter Miller, who can you still hear me? Sorry.
Yeah,
cut out.
We got you.
Okay. Coach Carter Miller, he's been, I think he graduated from Pine View. Coached at Dixie's, coached at Canyon Views, coached at Parowan. He still lives out there, so he actually made the trek down from Parowan to come speak to our young men, which we're very grateful for. But he came and talked to us about how life is real, and that he dealt with some really heavy addiction. And I wanted our young men to hear that message. But his message was so incredible. And he talked about, man, I dealt with some addiction for 7+ years, and his message was, I had to tell myself in my deepest moments and darkest moments, I remember hearing my high school football coach say, get up one more time. And so, he gave our young men that message, and it was an incredible message of perseverance, of repentance, and, recovery, and, that life is real, and I think our young men took that to heart, and it was an incredible night. It was an incredible moment, and Coach Miller, man, couldn't appreciate him more for the level of, man, he showed up, and it was just an emotional situation, and it was awesome to hear his very vulnerable, raw story, and we couldn't be more grateful for him and sharing that with our young men.
I love hearing that. Great question, Paulie. I love it. I got a chance to sneak over and see that earlier this season firsthand, and that was fun. And I saw a bunch of teenage boys locked in on a keynote speaker sitting in the bleachers. And just to keep the attention of these kids is one thing, but to do it for, 15 minutes is another thing.
Absolutely.
And I was watching everybody's reaction, and everybody, your whole program is in on that. It's like they look forward to that, Coach. You guys have done a great job with that program.
Yeah, it's my very first year as a head coach, I started that, and I was only going to do it for home games because we like to honor them. We like to have them run out to the tunnel with us. And after our first away game, we didn't do it, and the young men came up to me like, hey, why aren't we doing a Crimson Captain? I said, well, I'd only planned to do it for home games. And they're like, nah, Coach, we love that, man. And I said, really? And they said, yeah. So I went and talked to my boosters. I said, hey, let's make this a little bit bigger. These young men they're craving it. They want it. It's obviously impacting them. And I realized early on, oh, man, this is going to make a difference for us. It's going to make a difference. And so it definitely has. Crimson Captain is something near and dear to my heart. It's very special. You get to hear other people's challenges, battles, and letting these young men know that, man, football's not life, man, but life's a lot like football, and that's what this is about.
Well, Coach, you got a lot of work to do today and then next week and then in the seasons to come, because I look across the United States and there's a team out in Tennessee that's going for their 11th state championship in a row. So you've got, you got to get your third, and then you got 8 more years to try to maybe catch them for the U.S. record.
I can promise you this: I won't ever be chasing those. I think championships are just a byproduct of certain things you do, and so we're just, we'll continue to take it in stride and day by day. So.
What are some keys? We'll get back to football. I mean, have you got any new wrinkles? You said you're not going to overdo it. You're going to keep it simple. But is Coach Stokes throwing a new player or two into the playbook based on what he sees on film from Green Canyon?
Yeah, Green Canyon's. Here's what they do. They play really tough defense. If you look at the box scores, they keep those scores really low. They compete defensively. They've got a great scheme defensively, and so they're really tough and gritty defensively. And that their goal is to just get to the fourth quarter. And so offensively, they pair that. They run the ball, try to use the quick game, play action off of it as much as they can to try to just get to the fourth quarter and have a shot to win. And so that's their MO. That's what they do. And they do it well. I mean, you look at every game. You look at the games they've upset Snow Canyon, and you look at the Desert Hills game, and you look at the Skyline game. That's exactly what they did. Right? Just make sure that they're in there at the last bit to try to win the game and close it out, and they did. And so that's their MO, and that's what they do. And so for us, it's if we get to that situation, we've been there. We've won the close ones. We told those boys those early close wins that we had in the season or the state championship last year. These young men know how to play from being behind, and they know how to play in tight games. And so we're just going to go try and keep things simple, do our brand of football. If we can open up the game, we'll just go all 4 rounds and try and make the best of it.
Good stuff. Everybody healthy, Coach, except for Van and this nagging hamstring. Everybody else 100% for the most part. I know you're always nicked up and you got some bumps and bruises this time of year.
Yeah, I mean that's part of when you talk about deep runs and championships and things like that. That's a big key and component to that, man. Is you got to have some luck there with the health department. And fortunately, we're very healthy. Van's the only little dinged up situation we have, but even then he's looking good. So we're excited about it.
All right, Coach, we'll let you enjoy the trip up. Do you guys stop and do a little walkthrough and stretch the legs at some point, kind of break up the trip today and keep the guys loose? What's the plan for the trip up?
Yeah, we got a couple stops. We'll do our this is we're kind of superstitious in certain things, and so we do our traditional Maverick stop in Fillmore, and then we're gonna have some lunch in Orem, and then after Orem we'll head up to East High School for a really deep dynamic warm up, and after East High we'll head over to the field. I'd like to get there early enough because a lot of these kids it's going to be a shocker moment, so I want them to be there by 2:00 to take in the environment and be able to take it in before we get into that locker room. And so we try to give them some time to settle in while we get there.
I love it. Yeah, and earlier this week, or last time we talked to you, you said, hey, raise your hand if you've never been to Rice Eccles, and there's a lot of your younger kids in your program that have never been to this stadium, right, Coach, or played in this stadium?
Yeah. So I asked them if they've ever dressed, is what the question, and there was a lot of them that didn't get to dress last year. I think it was over 70%, and so and so it's going to be a big opportunity for a lot of these young men, and the experiences that they're going to have today is what you do, from December on, and for their parents and our cheer team and our drill team and everyone that's coming. It's a great experience for the community, and so I want to make sure these young men go and have that experience, but that we also be in the moment and make sure we understand why we're there.
Good stuff. Coach Wayne Olofopo, Crimson, 6:00 kickoff. Mustangs have won 10 in a row, 10-1 on the season, looking for the three-peat at Rice Eccles Stadium, taking on Green Canyon. They enter the semifinal at 8-5. And, Coach, we'll see you up there. Safe travels. We'll see you up there a little bit later on this evening.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Go Mustangs.
All right, go Mustangs. Coach Wayne Olofopo there, and going to be fun. Crimson, met Green Canyon, if you remember, in last year's quarterfinals, Paulie, and they beat them 28-25. But it was a narrow margin of victory when they played them last year. The Wolves came roaring back in the fourth quarter and made that really interesting. But Crimson averaging 35 points a game, very balanced with Tonawai and Drayson throwing it and running it. Van Daly, Cade Shaw running it. Of course, Jackson Holt and Britton Phillips anchoring the wide receiver room. And then that defense with Dedrick Moore and Nate Ince, really, and then Major Stokes, the big three, if you will, for the defense. They get it done. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to the broadcast. I'm going to be heading up a little bit after the show this morning myself, see if I can catch a little bit of those 6A games. If you're heading up today and you missed yesterday at all, Orem won. And Springville holds off Brighton and won. So it is Springville and Orem that are your 5A finalists. They will meet next Thursday in the 5A state championship. So there's that. And then Ridgeline, of course, beat Provo last night, 48-22, the final score. So the winner of tonight's game will play Ridgeline next Thursday. The games today, Mountain Ridge and Corner Canyon. That's the 4 seed and the 1 seed. And then Lone Peak and Sky Ridge. That is the number 6 seed Lone Peak versus the number 2 seed Sky Ridge. Those are the 2 games in front of the Crimson Green Canyon game tonight at 6 o'clock. So if you're heading up a little bit early, you can take in some of those 6A semifinal games. All right, got to take a break, but we need a caller. We need the turkey shoot. We haven't given away a chance to win a turkey from Palmer Litigation and our friends at Digby's Market. We've got turkeys, we've got gift cards, and we do have a blank on the wheel. All you have to do is hit us up right now on the studio hotline. Save it in your phone so you can get through the phone lines or text us anytime. 435-990 9950 435-990-9950, the number to call. All you have to do is call and say one word. When you're ready to have Tara stop the wheel, you say shoot, and we'll tell you what it lands on, and it'll correlate with a prize. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Welcome to the show. Thanks for hitting us up. Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning, Joe.
Joe, thanks for hitting us up. All right, Joe, you got one job to do. You say shoot when you want the wheel to stop. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's try to win a turkey. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, shoot.
Oh, the horse. You got a $10 gift certificate. We needed the gobble gobble for the turkey, but we got a consolation prize. We got a $10 gift certificate for you. Okay, bud?
Thank you, sir.
Joe, come pick it up here at Canyon Media, and we'll have it in your name at the front desk. All right, got to get to a timeout. And we'll be back inside the Finley Hyundai Studios talking sports after a quick break. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is the Drive Show today, brought to you by Prime IV. Black Friday deals, so many deals. You got to check out the website. Go to the website. Love Prime IV. Go there every single month. Just need a boost. Maybe you're fighting the flu. Maybe you just need some energy. Maybe you're recovering from some training or a marathon or a pickleball tournament or whatever the case might be. Prime IV, fill you up before you compete or recover after you compete. Check out their Black Friday deals going all month long. You can see all the deals, all the packages, special offers. PrimeIVSTG.com. Make a great gift, too, if you're starting to think about the holidays. We've got a listener that's been patiently waiting to do the turkey shoot. Let's bring in our contestant. What's your name? Welcome to the show. How we doing this morning?
Doing well. This is Brian Young.
BY,
There he is.
I know.
Oh, my
I heard
gosh.
you say call in. I was like, I got a call.
That's right. That's right. You were a little late, though, to the party. But you know what, BY? We're going to hook you up.
That's
All
right.
You have one job to do. You got to say shoot when you want the wheel to stop. Can you handle that?
I'm on it. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Let's see if we can win a turkey. Here we go.
Shoot.
Oh my gosh, man! The where's the dang gobbler?
I know. He's hiding.
There's 4 turkeys. There's 4 other animal noises on this wheel, and there's only one blank.
Yeah.
We haven't even hit the blank yet.
That's right.
But Brian, I got good news. You still get a $10 gift certificate to Digby's.
Love it. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks for hitting
to hear
us
your
up.
voices.
Oh man,
Good to hear you too,
Go
buddy.
Dixon.
BY, the public address announcer for the Mighty Mustangs. Are you going up to the game today?
That's right.
Are you going up? Are you watching on TV?
Watching on TV this weekend.
Or are you listening on radio, I should say?
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
I'll be. Are you? Well, you guys aren't streaming it, right?
Not streaming it, but we'll have radio. So if you're in your car during the game, you better tune us in.
Well, I'll stream it and I'll turn that down and I'll turn on the radio.
Now
listen
you're
to you.
talking. Now
There
you're
we go.
talking.
There we go.
Maybe we should give him a
All right,
turkey
guys.
now.
See you, Dad. See you, Paulie.
All right, buddy. See you later.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
you.
Thanks, BY.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. More turkey shoots all next week. How many turkeys do we have left?
That's a good question.
I- we're at
12.
12. We have 12
Something
more
like that.
turkeys to give
11,
away?
running.
11 or 12.
They're
I don't
still
know.
running around in the field.
Yeah.
You know, Tara's ready to shotgun them down.
That was a double pump
That
shotgun
was.
this
Yeah.
morning.
It was a little quieter. The pistol, the earlier ones, and then the shotgun. I feel like this time.
I was
woke
hoping to
Paulie
get the
up.
turkey.
Yeah.
That's right. Bring the big
The little
guns.
gun didn't get didn't get the turkey. So
Yeah. Well,
oh well.
I blame. They didn't say shoot the right time. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You got to say. You got to stop the wheel.
That's
at the right time.
She's just running the wheel and shooting the gun, you know?
the famous. We've never done the turkey shoot. This is kind of
No,
fun.
this
little,
is a fun one.
It
little
is actually
giveaway.
fun.
Yeah,
It is.
Love it. Love it. Thanks to Palmer Litigation and Digby's Market for hooking up our listeners with some fun stuff for Thanksgiving. More turkeys. I don't know. We might try one more before the end of the show. We'll see. We got a lot to get into here. Still, Paulie, I feel like we haven't even talked really about this BYU TCU football game or this Utah Baylor football game at all this morning.
That's right.
And you kind of look at where the Big 12 is right now, and these are some meaningful games late in the season. Here we go. We're mid-November. Not a lot of opportunities left, and you've got to keep winning. Utah, 8-point favorites at Baylor. Lee Sterling, ParamountSports.com, he came on the show yesterday. I think he picked the Utes by 14. Lee didn't have any hesitation, I didn't sense, in picking the Utes. He seemed fairly
pretty
confident. He didn't think Baylor's defense could slow down the Utes' offense, and he thought the Utes' defense would travel well and do enough to win by 14. You agree with that? Eight on the road is
I know.
a sizable number.
Baylor's got a pretty good offense. That's the thing about Baylor is they're going to be able to score a little bit despite Utah's really good top 20 defense. But this was one I'd stay away from the number if I was betting the game. I'd probably just play the money line, which has no value at all. So, I think this is just a Utes to win situation. Baylor on the road. The offense is going to play well at home. So, they're going to be in sync, no matter what Utah does defensively. So Sawyer Robertson, he's a returning starter. This is his 3rd year starting for Baylor. So he'll be ready to go. And the Utes defense, I presume, will be ready to go. But I still think Baylor's gonna be able to score a little bit. If I were to play anything in this, what's the total? I mean, I would think look at the over, because I think Baylor's defense not good, offense good. Utah's kind of balanced on both sides, so it'd be interesting. The current number, as I'm seeing, is 60.5.
Big number
total. Yeah,
for a Ute game, that's a pretty big number.
Big number. But like I said, Baylor's offense good,
Yeah.
so it should be an interesting game.
All right, that'll be on Saturday. Utah Utes down in Texas. That's a 5 o'clock kickoff. And unfortunately, bad news if you have YouTube TV, the ESPN Plus, or ESPN2, ABC. There's still no end of the negotiations in sight. This holdout continues.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't think it's getting resolved
What did
today
I-
or tomorrow. You sent a
I
tweet
texted
last
you,
night.
No, I texted you both something about that. And then Tara's got
was
more news on it. But this is
Yeah.
what I sent. ESPN parent company Disney said that its carriage standoff with YouTube TV, which has now hit 14 days, this was a couple days ago, quote, could go for a little while longer. The standoff has now cost YouTube TV subscribers 2 Monday Night Football games and is approaching a third weekend of missed college football games. And then Tara has the latest update on the financials for these companies.
Yeah, this was a tweet. I guess you still call them tweets, right? From
Yeah.
Sports Business Journal, that with the 14 days going on now, Morgan and Stanley estimates that ESPN is losing $4 million per day with this blackout.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of people getting fed up. Me and Caden talked about this on From the Bleachers yesterday at the Eureka. People are going to Sling, Fubo, back to the cord.
Right,
You know, they're
yeah.
going to because this is, you pay for these channels. This is what I was saying to Caden. These are channels that, as a YouTube TV subscriber, you are paying for.
Right.
You know, so these are things that are being taken away that are being paid for by the consumer.
And if ESPN's losing 4 million, how many subscribers and how many millions is YouTube? Neither side is winning.
They're not
winning.
winning.
No.
I don't understand why this continues to go on. It's just, I don't think anyone wants to give in the negotiation.
Yeah.
Say they lost the negotiation.
Correct. Yep.
That's
and it's
what's
going to cost
causing
them millions. Somebody's going to have to fold eventually.
Oh, and people are going to get fired for this. Whoever's the
They
CEO, the COO, you know, of all these companies, you know, Disney, Google, YouTube, because Google owns YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I think some people got to be let go. They got to be relieved of their duties, as they say in sports a lot of the times. Like, I think that, you know, this is a massive, massive time to have a carriage standoff, like right in the heat of the NFL and college football seasons, which are once a year things. Like, this is not a year round thing. This isn't 162 games like baseball. You know, you can miss a few baseball games here and there. Football is a once a week thing that if you miss it, if you don't watch the Texas Tech BYU game, which I'm sure some BYU fans were not able to view it last week,
Yeah.
they're totally behind the 8 ball about what happened and where the team is after that week. Like, you know, it's terrible for the fans. The people that are affected are the consumers. The people that aren't are the multi-billion-dollar companies that just want to make more money. So,
I mean, I have not canceled my YouTube service yet.
Yeah.
I did cut it back. And I looked in there. You can pause it for 4 to 8 weeks.
Oh, nice.
And so, but how do you know how long to pause your service for?
Right.
Like, do I just pause it for? Is it going to take 4 weeks to
could
get
be
this
done
resolved?
tomorrow. Like, that's the thing about these negotiations is they could end at any time.
And
It's
then if I
just-
pause it, I still do.
You don't
I need
get
to-
your NFL Sunday
Well,
ticket,
I've already
though. That's
paid
the
for
whole...
that separately. I still should get that.
But you have to have
Those
YouTube
channels.
TV, don't you?
You do.
For that. That's
You gotta
why.
have
That's
the
why I
carrier
had
of
YouTube
YouTube.
TV. Was
Well,
just for my NFL Sunday
but
ticket.
if you pay for YouTube TV, you should still go in and have those channels, even if you pause the rest, right? I gotta
I
believe
don't know
they
how
have
that
it.
works.
I don't think Sunday Ticket is an a la carte service.
No,
I don't
it's-
think
You
can.
pay $400
I
for
know.
it.
I
but
know,
it's
but
under the
it
banner.
has to stream through YouTube TV, I believe.
She's right.
But
So,
those
yeah, that's what
channels
sucks.
should be unlocked if you pay, even if you stop all the other channels you're paying for. That's my point. I
agree, yeah,
I got a call
but-
to find that out.
I mean,
Yeah.
just to be devil's advocate, the carrier has to be YouTube TV. It's not Direct TV. YouTube TV owns Sunday Ticket now, so there's no way around it.
don't
So that's
own
what
it.
really sucks again is
Well,
that,
they have
yeah,
the
you
rights.
the
to-
rights
They got the
for it.
rights
Yeah.
agreement. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I mean. It was Direct TV forever, and it was easier that way because it was just cord.
Yeah.
There was no standoffs or no Monday Night Football. Like, Yeah, we're going in
Everybody's
a bad
got their
direction.
hand in the cookie jar. Everybody
right.
wants their piece of the
And
pie.
it's not just YouTube. Just a few years ago, I referenced this the other day. DirecTV Stream had a standoff, with these same, I think it was CBS, so you couldn't watch the CBS NFL games. So, like,
It's happened before. It'll happen again.
it will.
Yeah.
It's going to happen until the end of time.
It's just annoying until they get it resolved.
yes.
And YouTube's losing
massively
customers. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure, people are taking sides and people are unhappy with the ESPN and Disney parent company there as well.
Yes.
So you can't watch the Utes game if you have YouTube TV.
Or BYU.
Because it's 5 o'clock on ESPN2, and then BYU and TCU
It's on ESPN.
is on ESPN at
Yep.
8:15. That's that late night West Coast 8:15 game.
So what do? You're in town. You want to watch these games.
You go to Wingnuts.
That's right. That's the only option at this point, or go to a friend's house with DirecTV or Dish or,
Yeah, it's
poses problems.
you still have your ESPN. You go get the ESPN Unlimited. I
That's
guess
what my buddy did.
You
He
got to go
bit
get
the
the
bullet.
ESPN Unlimited.
38 a month on top of already having YouTube.
But it's
or
worth
something.
it in the interim if you can go month to month with that. Can you pay just month to month with that?
I
Or
think
do you
they
have
have plans.
Yeah,
It's more expensive month to month, but
so you pause your YouTube TV, which is not easy to do if you have the Sunday ticket.
But then you got the Fox channels. You don't want to lose those. FS1, Fox. Do you want to pause your service and lose Fox and get ESPN?
That is the problem we have. We are paying way too much for television.
Yes.
Because you have Netflix and you have Amazon Prime and you have Apple TV and you have Peacock and you have all these.
Who
Hulu.
watches movies on TV anymore? Does anybody? Put your hand up if you watch movies on TV with commercials when you could just watch them on Netflix or HBO Max. Or,
I mean,
get if it's a really good movie and you love it or whatever, but how many times are you sitting down at the TV watching a full movie with commercials on television?
maybe once a month. My wife
okay.
might.
All right.
And I might catch some of it.
All right. Tara?
I watch
Never.
live sports.
Never. Okay, yeah, I know. That's what I
I
was
hate
going to say.
When was the
commercials
last
during the
time you
movies.
put an actual
Feature film?
well, no, actually put it in. It put the movie in the player,
The DVD?
the DVD player. When was the last time you used a DVD player?
I was still living with my parents.
Like my DVD player is just collecting dust in the closet.
I remember my dad was all swept up in the Blu-ray craze
Oh, yeah.
and the curved TV, and he's always big on his tech and the sound system. And it's just like Blu-ray died so fast. I feel like Blu-ray was here and then it was gone.
Now it's 4K.
Now it's 4K.
Yep.
That's the new big
And
thing.
5K now.
Yeah, 5K. Even better.
That's right.
Even better. So BYU and Utah, unwatchable if you have YouTube TV. You learned a lot on the show today.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're here
Sorry
for
for
your
ruining
information.
your day, you YouTube subscribers like me. I mean, I have the Sunday ticket. I have YouTube for
Yeah.
that sole reason. But I do watch a lot of ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC.
But like the thing about pausing your service, like I said with Fox, you'll lose those channels. TNT plays football now, college football on the weekends. Like,
Yeah, but don't I get those on Hulu?
I mean, I don't know the
Don't
crossover.
I mean,
thing.
I don't know. I got all these other channels. They got to be somewhere.
somewhere. Yeah.
yeah.
Hulu has live sports,
Their commercials say so.
but there's a Hulu Plus
yes,
that you pay more to get
the
more.
Yeah. There's so many loopholes.
I almost wanna go
wanna
back to
cord.
DirecTV.
I want to go back to the cord.
I almost want to go back to DirecTV.
Just cable,
But
regular cable.
And you can still get the red zone, right? Like
Yeah.
even TDS local, you can
Yes.
get the red
I
zone.
had red zone on
and then you just
TDS.
get the local games.
Yeah, you get Fox and CBS,
Correct.
and NBC on Sunday Night Football.
All right.
Well,
I digress.
we were trying to talk BYU and Utah, but
And it turned into-
YouTube TV slander.
Well, obviously,
Rant, yeah.
everybody's
Yeah.
frustrated with
Oh
it.
yeah, it's real emotion for sure. All three of us in this room dealing with it.
Yeah.
So you got the 6A games going on today. You got Crimson at 6. Head coach Wayne Olofupo on the show earlier. You do have a couple good college football games tonight too. Clemson at number 20, Louisville. Oregon is playing Minnesota tonight. Hey, good news. The Ducks are on Fox, Paulie.
Yeah, they're on Fox.
That's why I brought that.
What about Clemson?
ESPN.
Hey, Polly, how about you don't mouth it and just tell me what smack were you talking just a
I
second
wasn't
ago?
talking any smack.
Yes, you were.
The cameras don't lie. I was saying the coach of Clemson, he's having a tough year this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is.
Dabo. Yeah.
That's right, Davo.
Oh, yeah, you guys had a little argument on how to say Davo's name.
Trust me, she never forgets.
No.
She does not forget.
That's
It's like
right.
I've been watching Clemson my whole life. I think I know how to pronounce his name.
But Paulie's never wrong.
Oh, no, he was wrong.
I admit
He's
I was
wrong.
wrong. That's the thing. I'll admit I'm wrong, but she never forgets. That is one
know.
thing. So it's like an elephant in that regard.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a break. We got to take a break, reset. We'll come back. Let's talk some NFL, some juicy games in the National Football League. And on Monday, who's going to be the front runner for the MVP race? Is that going to fluctuate at all with some big games on the slate this weekend? Stick with us. Oh, yeah. Welcome back. Final segment here on a Feel Good Football Field Friday. Devin, Paulie, Tara hanging out with you, Finley Hyundai Studios. They got 0% on Santa Fe, on the Tucson. You can save a ton of money paying no interest. Check out the Getaway Sales event. And that new Palisade rate's really low as well, 3.9 OAC on the hybrid or Palisade. Go check that out over there off the exit 13 at Finley Hyundai. Appreciate our friends at Zag. Just a reminder, if you want to win some Zag and some Kabuto sushi, you got to play. You got to make your picks of the week on the website. So go to thefansportsnetwork.com right now, and there's 10 games to pick from. Paulie, do you want to run down the matchups? Weekly winners. We do prizes for first, second, and third. And it's over $200 in Kabuto and Zag for first place.
Okay.
And we are getting down to the last couple weeks of the regular season. After this weekend, we only have 2 weeks left, and then we're going to the playoff pickoff. And we're going to have some fun with everybody that's won a week. We might even take first and second to the playoff pickoff and really juice it up for the grand prize.
There you go.
Package.
It's making me do the I'm not a robot thing.
What are you talking about?
To pull up the picks of the week.
Oh, my gosh. You're still working on that?
I'm still working on that.
Oh, my goodness.
It's asking me a lot of questions.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
I don't know why. Last time I was able to go to the screen pretty effortlessly.
All right.
And it's asking me a math question as well.
Oh,
wow. A math question.
It is.
Yeah, which is not good for Paulie because
you should ask Tara. She's our resident math
the
genius.
picks this week for
There
you.
you go.
Because we've got the Crimson Green Canyon game tonight at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
That is when your picks are due. We will not accept your picks after 6 p.m. tonight. So get your picks in today. Do not forget, we got Green Canyon Crimson. We got Central Arkansas at SUU, Texas at Georgia, Oklahoma at Alabama, Iowa at USC, Notre Dame at Pitt. Paulie loves Pitt. Chargers at Jacksonville, Chiefs, Broncos, Lions at Eagles, and your Monday night game is the Cowboys and the Raiders, and that is the tiebreaker. Need total points in that game. Tara's going to that game.
I am going to that
She's
game.
excited.
I am excited.
Who's going? The whole fam?
No, just me and friends.
You and
Girlfriends.
friends?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a girls' trip.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's going to be great. So excited.
It's going to be epic. I know
It
will
is,
be.
yeah.
Now I understand why
What happens in
girls
Vegas
trip.
stays in Vegas.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't get invited, Paulie. It's
That's
a girls
right.
trip.
It's a girls'
Sorry,
trip.
guys.
That's right.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see how that goes. Paulie wins our. Even last
We
night,
had one
Paulie
last
ended up having a
night,
guys
buddy.
trip, but we still invited Tara to go.
Yeah, I know.
I know you did. Sorry.
Tara bounced on us and
Yeah.
missed a great
Hey,
night.
I had to go and support my girl, Kylie.
You did. All right. And that's a
100%.
very worthy cause.
100%. Okay, those are your picks of the week. Get in before 6 o'clock. Before I run out of town, I want to thank all our great sponsors. If you need their products or services, holidays are coming. Support, shop local. Zag, Summit Athletic Club. They got the gift of health. If you want more info and you want to get that, you can text health to 435-500-5352. Of course, we appreciate Coral Canyon. Coral Canyon celebrating 25 years of great golf. I'm going to be playing it soon. I'm getting out there. I think I got a buddy coming down. We're going to play, I think, 3 days in a row, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Wow.
I think I'm playing Coral on Monday. Looking
Okay.
forward to get out there Monday afternoon and hitting up the links at Coral Canyon.
Paul, I think we're going to be out there Wednesday, right? Starting our lessons.
Well, yeah, we're working on that. We're firming up the date
Yeah.
and get that all set up.
This I need video
I know.
evidence.
You've been the big wet blanket on this whole thing. What if I
believe in Marco. I don't believe in you.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a
doubting
great
me
coach.
doubting me is
I've
kind
seen
of
your
doubting
swing.
Marco's acumen in
Like
a way.
this is a bigger project than Charles Barkley. Like I don't think people understand how big of a hack you are.
Yes, I am a hack.
Like
but
I think I lost 30 golf balls out of my bag the one time we played. You didn't
the
even have
one
any
time
golf
at
balls.
Green Springs,
Oh,
I
no.
mean, he
Green
just goes
Springs
back to
ate
that.
his lunch.
He just goes back to that every time. That's like his
That back
default.
nine on Green Springs is
I
tough,
know.
though.
It's hard.
tough.
And I was like, all right, I'm going to lose some balls here. And he's like, how many? I'm like,
Everyone
probably
in your
a lot.
bag.
How many do you have? That's how many I'm going to
Yeah,
lose.
hope they're not Pro V1s, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
These are all breakfast balls, by the way.
Get the Costco Kirkland balls for when we go, buddy.
I'm with you, Marco. I'm with you. Come on.
Yeah, pray for him.
For you, Marco. Appreciate Game Day Men's Health. Veterans Day was earlier this week. All month long, they're giving any veterans out there 50% off their first month of testosterone. So go get your free T-test, see what your levels are. You get your results in-house in 15 minutes. They're the experts, guys. Man Cave Environment, GameDayMen'sHealth.com/St. George. Or you could always text for an appointment. I love the text line. They'll set you up. You don't have to call. You don't have to sit on hold. You can just text. Hey, I was listening to the show. Devin said, here's the text line. I wanted to book my free T-test. And the number is 435-265-4223. 435-265-4223. Appreciate St. George Tent Shop. I mentioned Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. JC at Color Country Custom Coating. Prime IV, Black Friday deals going all month long. Congratulations. By the way, did I announce the winner of the Jimmy John's Highlight of the Month?
No, you didn't.
Drum roll, please.
Well, gotta go to
he's
the
doing
other
it.
page.
And
Here.
the closest vote we have ever had.
There it is.
The closest vote, we had to recount the Snow Canyon Warriors one-handed catch
Isaiah.
Isaiah Thompson.
All right, let's
wins
go.
the October highlights of the month. I don't know if we have ever officially announced that. We put it on our Instagram the other day.
Okay.
And
I was there for that catch.
it was epic.
It was
Yeah, it
less
was.
than 10 votes ahead of Hurricane and Austin McRoberts' unbelievable joystick run.
Oh, yes.
Recount was requested,
Oh, I
right?
like that.
Or
The
we did a
joystick
recount.
run, huh?
Yeah. Caden did a recount just to make sure, right?
And originally, he's like, we kind of thought, just looking at it and feeling it, we were like, I think Hurricane might have won a close one. And then we counted, it was so close. Hey, we better recount. And it was actually Snow Canyon by less than 10 total votes. A lot of people voted.
Okay.
Great response. Again, we want your home videos in our Jimmy John's highlights so we can get them trending on social media and put a light on some great local. It doesn't have to be high school sports. We've been putting clips out from, Sun YFL. If you got a clip from last week's championship games, send them to us. You can upload your videos right on our website, thefansportsnetwork.com. Paulie, MVP frontrunner after this weekend. If Josh Allen goes bananas and beats Baker Mayfield, or vice versa, if Sammy D beats Matthew Stafford and the Seahawks win on the road, maybe that swings the MVP. If JT goes for 200 yards again this weekend, now we know Drake. Oh, he's on a bye week.
He does.
We know Drake May won last night and did fine.
Yeah, he did fine.
But there's some other guys in contention with some big matchups this weekend.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys in the top 6 in the odds that got a chance to move up this week. I think Drake did his job. He won a game, so and
Drum
and
roll,
played
though.
well.
Who's number one?
Oh yeah, in the latest DraftKings odds, number one in the odds at plus 235 is Mr. Drake May. So.
Is JT
Look
or
at her teeing
Stafford
herself
second?
up with a drum roll.
Yeah, if we do it to her, she can do it back to you.
Yeah, she's getting comfortable with it.
So he's one. Drake May's the favorite right now in the books. Who's two? Stafford,
Yes.
and then JT.
I went away from it.
Oh, you did. Okay,
Oh.
I thought you had that up.
I did.
You're struggling with the websites this morning. Can't find the picks of the week. Has to do math equations.
Yeah, it was 62 plus like 84 or something. I was like, I'm not, All right, here we go. I got the awards back up. May, Stafford, Mahomes, Taylor, Allen, Darnold. Top 6.
So Stafford and Sammy D head to head, they could flip flop. If Sam Darnold has the 4 touchdowns and Stafford struggles, you could definitely see Sammy D's stock rising. This might be a moment to take if you believe in the Seahawks. And a lot of people are starting to buy into the Seahawks.
Sam Darnold can have his Heisman moment.
Yeah. Well, I heard you buying in a little bit of the Seahawks yesterday.
Yeah, I was. I was talking him up on From the Bleachers a little bit.
I think
as
you
one of
said
the contenders in the NFC. I think I like just the Lions better. That's it in the NFC right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I like the Seahawks defense better than the Lions defense.
Yeah.
I like the Lions offense better, though. I do. I don't think you can dispute that even as being a fervent Seahawks guy. When you look at Gibbs, Laporta, Brown, Williams, all those guys.
We'll see.
We'll see. I think Darnold's playing better than Goff, though. So
Yeah, we got K9 and Charbonnet and George Holani. We're deep at the running back. We don't have the star power that those two
Montgomery and
have.
Gibbs.
But Jackson Smith and Jigba's been as good as any receiver in the entire NFL this year. He's leading the league.
I just go quantity there with Williams.
Take nothing away from Monroe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
but getting
pro.
Rashid Shaheed, we still have Cooper
Yeah.
Kupp. We've got some good tight ends. This is going to be a big game Sunday afternoon. I am locked in front of my TV.
That's right.
For 3 hours. Don't bug me. Starting at 2:00 on Sunday.
All right. Well, I'm going to be locked in tomorrow in Tempe, baby.
Yeah,
I'm
have
getting
a-
excited here.
Have a good time.
Yeah, I will, buddy.
Paulie's going down to the West Virginia ASU game. I'm heading up the freeway to the Crimson Cliffs game. Tara's going to the Raiders. We're all going different
We're all
directions.
going
this
We
time.
somewhere.
are.
Yeah.
We'll reconvene sometime next week.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday will be
We'll all
when
be back
Tara's
together.
back. Yeah.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Enjoy the day on a Friday. It's going to be a beautiful day out there. Have fun, stay safe, and tune in at 6:00 for Crimson Cliffs football on the radio. I'll be delivering you the play-by-play tonight. Looking forward to having you listen along if you can't watch it. Also, have a great weekend. Utes, Cougars, Trailblazers, T-Birds, and we'll be back on Monday better than ever.